Okay, so for this video, I'm going to show you guys the realities of trading, right? Last week, I showed you guys some good trades, 3 trades that gave me quite a lot in my portfolio. Now, let's do something different. Let's talk about some losses, right? We do not have 100% win rate. Show me someone with 100% win rate. And why isn't he a billionaire, trillionaire by now, right? So, in this video, I'm going to be talking about some losses and how you can still be profitable despite having some losses. Okay, so let's just look at our spreadsheet over here. So these are my trading results over the past months. This is June. Ended up with 14.2% of my whole portfolio with 85% move captured. This is for this month of July. Portfolio gain 30% with the move captured 52%. Right? And you can probably see that I'm pretty much at a loss streak, which is absolutely normal after having this 4 win streak where I just absolutely got around 30+% of my account in a span of 2 weeks, right? So win streaks and lose streaks happen. It's just a game of probabilities. I tell you guys in the 3-hour video that everything is just about a game of probabilities. So let's go back. As discussed in last week's trade breakdown, here's a sol trade. So market structures wise, okay, we are still bullish, 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 higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. And I got in here at the 1 hour demand zone, targeting this higher high. So absolutely blew out of the water. Like sol just pumped crazy. And during this retrace, I thought to myself, okay, there's a beautiful demand zone here at the 1 hour demand at the extreme over here, and it would pretty much fake out a lot of traders here into going short because we've broken down from the 1 hour moving average. So this looked like a lucrative trade to me. I got in. I was in profit for quite some time. We reclaimed the 1 hour moving average even. So I slept in profit. I woke up, stop lost, right? And eventually we just broke down from there. So here's the thing. What's the difference between this entry and my previous entry win? What's the difference between this and all of the demand zones that came before it? Like this price action, what's the difference? I'll give you guys time to think. What is the difference? Absolutely nothing. There is absolutely no difference. There is absolutely no difference between these two entries. Again, trading is all about probabilities. At any time, this could take profit. And inversely, at the same time, it could also be wrong. So, what you need to think about here and why I'm still profitable is because despite despite ending with the lose streak, my risk to reward made up for everything. So total, I was able to get 36%, 36 risk to reward, and I had like a 5 lose streak, 5 or 6. So 36 minus 6, and you're still up 30%. So it's just me reiterating how important risk to reward is and how important capitalizing on easy mode is, right? Because eventually things are going to get hard again and we're going to be chopping ourselves up like what's been happening. So you have to capitalize on when your edge is in play, of when it's easy mode, and you have to know the proper sizing. Okay? So let's look at my Jupiter trade. Okay? So what do we see here? Very bullish price action. Right? higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows. So what I saw here was, okay, we broken down from that 1 hour moving average. However, we broke structure to the upside. We reclaimed the 1 hour moving average. So I got in right here at the 1 hour moving average, and there's a demand zone right here. So took an L, and we see we've quite dropped pretty far. But sometimes you just have to take the L like a man. Because again, what's the difference between this and this? Or this, right? What is the difference? So here we got a breakdown into a reclaim, and guess what? There is a demand zone over here. Over here. So it doesn't hit that much, but my entry would have been something like this. So again, tell me what's the difference between this. Let's say we rolled it up until here. The difference between this entry, breakdown, reclaim, retrace, versus this. Breakdown, reclaim, retrace. Nothing. Absolutely no difference. So if you're going to tell me that you wouldn't execute on this, then why would you execute on this in the first place? Right? So what made you win? Why would you not execute on the same thing that made you win? You'll tell me in hindsight, oh, this looks bad, you know. But then again, how would you know this would happen? I'm just repeating that same system that made me win in the first place. Right? Something to think about. That is something to think about. Let's look at SPX. So look at this. I also explained this last time. What's the difference between this and this and this? Nothing, right? Absolutely nothing. So I would have bid here and lost. So let's simulate it right here. Let's simulate it. I would have bid here and gotten stopped out. But I'm just following whatever I did here and whatever made us profitable here. Right? It's the same thing. So what I'm trying to get at here is how I'm still profitable despite, oh, I'm a transparent trader showing my losses. Because your idols, for some reason, they don't lose, right? But me, I'm transparent. I'm giving you guys what actually happens behind the scenes. I'm giving you guys the reality of trading. So I lose 1% here, but I gain 3.76% here. And guess what? I'm still up 2.76%. So again, you just need to win more than you lose. That's literally all there is to it. Big wins. Have you guys heard of this? Big wins. Small wins. Small losses. That's it. Big wins, small losses. Okay? That's basically what you have to think about. This is technically a big win. You can say a small win is just something like this. Let's say you close too early. Nothing short of 1 risk to reward, or nothing short of 2 risk to reward. 2:1. So we have big wins, small wins, and small losses. No big losses. No. So I'll give you an example of my big wins. Over here, I was absolutely nailing every single trade of Aave. And I showed you guys this. Absolutely nailing every single trade of Aave. So again, when it's easy mode, you capitalize on easy mode. And this particular trade alone, risk reward 7.68%. I decided to risk 3% of my account. So do the math, and suddenly I had close to around 24, 25% of my account in this trade. Oops. Just because of how much conviction I had, again, during easy mode. So you have to know when to capitalize on easy mode. You have to know when to exactly do and execute. You have to know exactly when to go big. You have to know when to go small. That's the reality of trading. So let's say you wanted to enter anytime here. So this is 2.6 plus 3, and this is like 25. So this alone makes up for a lot of my wins already during this month. And even if you execute on that exact same trade, that exact same principle, something like this, you lose. That's absolutely fine. That's absolutely fine. You know why? Because we're playing the risk to reward game. We have high risk to reward, and even a single loss won't set us back. Okay? So that's it. I hope it gave you guys clarity. I hope it gave you guys a bit of a gem, something to bring home for your next trade. And if you want to go deeper, well, I've put together a 3-hour free video guide that takes you from beginner to pro. Well, it covers everything: market structures, everything I talked about in my trade breakdowns, market structures, breakup structure, supply and demand, moving average, and psychology, which is extremely important, especially nowadays where we're technically in a market downtrend. This is where you'll need psychology the most. Basically, exactly the system I use. The link is down below. And if you're ready for daily setups, analysis, and to trade alongside traders like myself, you can also check out the Discord. I showed you guys at the start of the video about the Discord. You'll get full access to our trades, community, and support. And if you want to learn how I do this, right? If you want to learn how I analyze the markets, how I stay in or stay out, risk on, risk off, we also do mentorships, one-on-one mentorships, and everything's down below in the link. Choose what fits best for you, and I'll see you on the inside.